Hello friends, welcome to Behind the Designs, where I create a beautiful life through creative planning. I'm Stephanie, and today I am going to be setting up my Easter week in my work planner, which is the hourly Girl with Goals planner extension pack. And I'm kind of going to have a Peeps vibe going on, because who doesn't love Peeps, right? All right, so let's get started setting up my Easter week in my work planner. And I have over here a few notepads that I'm going to incorporate today. Oh, this one has a bit of a wrinkle, but these are just plain notepads. So these two came together, and I'm going to be incorporating all three of these. And then this too is just a notepad. Peeps, I love Peeps. I have my little cottontail acres over here, my truck with my Peeps in it. I have gone through as much as I could and decorated my office in, you know, kind of that Peeps and Easter pastel-y kind of vibe. And which puts me on my note about this past weekend. So I started changing. I was working on a project, and it got to a point where I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I had to step over this, I had to do that, and I got a bug in my bottom behind, however you want to say it, to finally rearrange some things in my office. So that became a major project that is still not done yet, but I set it up to do a video because I wanted to get this page done. I'm so excited to use these notepads. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of get started. I kind of, wanted to do this little spring vibe for you. I hope you enjoy it. So we have a plane going overhead in case you can't hear. So I took the tall notepad, and what I did was I just cut it down ever so slightly. I have Peeps everywhere now. I cut it down so that it would match up with my page. What I plan to do on here is all the preparations that need to be done for Easter dinner. So I have this I'll be putting in, but for now I'm just going to kind of set it aside. And then I had taken the notepad. I started fussy cutting all of these little bunnies out, and I got through 3. I'm going to do this last one. Sometimes I do have certain scissors that I like to do fussy cutting with. And basically all you're going to do is create a die cut base. The whole point of it is it becomes a die cut. In this case, it's just going to be paper, but that's okay. I'm not interested in needing it to be thick in any way. And so if you plan to do something similar, what you want to do when you're cutting out your die cut is just get as close as you can to the image. As a norm, you want to leave a little bit of a border, but because this paper is blue, I'm trying to get as close to the image as I can. But as a general, you'll leave like a bit of a white edge to it. And so I saved one just to show you. And you just have to be patient as you're going through it. Keep your paper and scissors fluid, and what I mean by that is just, don't be too hard on it or intense on it, and just, glide along and create your die cut, cutting off all the excess paper, and then it turns out to be a great little die cut. Curved edges are a little trickier because, you have to keep it moving as it's cutting. If you need to, just take a break and start over. So this one I cut a little bit into the bunny, but that's okay. All right, so there we go. And there's my blue bunny. So I do have, these are my everyday grab go-to scissors. I just, unless I'm working with stickers, then I use my Friskers. But I tend to have better cutting ability when I'm with this and I'm trying to do like these small little intricate things. throw that little piece of paper out. Okay, so I'm also going to grab one of these because I'm going to use that for sure. I'm using all of these. So this is basically going to be a Peeps inspired spread with, you know, pastel highlighters. I do have some stickers I'm going to pull in. Let me grab those. I am still locating space in my office since I just literally, you know, tore it apart. If you've seen my craft room video, you know that I had a setup, and then Christmas with my tree, my craft room tree, it just kind of messed it all up. And that's what started this spiral. But I had noticed in the past, when I worked with my certain projects, oops, I think I just moved this truck. Sorry about that. I'm pulling over all my stickers as I chit-chat. I had found when I worked certain projects that I needed certain tools. They just were not by me, or they weren't very functionally placed, I guess. So I kind of just went through and just went crazy. My lighting may be off as well. I did have to take a light down just to kind of redo what I did. So I do have, potentially I'll be using the Chic Spring stickers from Live Love Posh. I pulled out seasonal stickers from the Happy Planner. This is the big book. And then also to use the stickers, I pulled out, again, the spring sticker book that I have, you know, partially put back together. And I'm going to be using some things from here as well. So that said, let me create a, I'm going to move some things here. Okay. So, oops. Let me move these aside. The first thing I want to do is get my bunnies down. So to do that, I'm just going to pull in my Tombow dots. And I'm thinking at the moment, let me make sure. So just a side note before I jump in. Let me show you these pages. So as you know, I'm using the Girl with Goals extension pack. Interestingly enough, that pack only comes with 4 weeks per month. So as you know, this month, there's 5 weeks. So what I did was I pulled out the, I believe it was called the Align Happy Planner book, or planner, and that also had the same setup. The difference is these are gray, which, you know, now this is the week I would have preferred purple, but that's another point. So these are gray. I just kind of whited out the dates. And I had to reset up a two new pages, but, okay, so I just took a small pause there. We had a plane going over again. Apparently today is flight day. So, I took these pages and I had to, you know, I had to get my 5th week in there for this month. So I went ahead and did my dates. What I plan to do is, and I'll show you if I remember before I get to the end. As you know, at the end of the pack, there's always that things to follow up on page, and then next week, or, you know, the coming week. Those 2 pages, I'm thinking of sticking these together to those pages and putting in new pages at the end. And I'll show you what I mean when I get to the end of this, you know, decoration. I'll show you exactly what I was talking about, because I have to kind of retrofit this last weekend. So it's doable. It's just going to take a little work. All right. So right now my plan or thought, since Sunday is Easter and, you know, with the weekend coming, I don't expect to have anything to do for Saturday other than prepare. So I'm thinking I'm going to do something like this. So I'm kind of just placing them, seeing how I want to put them in there. So something like this. I'll fix that up as I get to it. So this is going to be the general anchors. And from there, I'm going to build everything out. So let me move this aside and let me pull this page over because I'm going to get this one on here first. And before I do that, do I want to wipe these lines out? If I do, it's still coming over here. I don't know. What do you think? I'm asking as in real time if you can tell me, but you can't. Let's see. Let me just try and get this as far over as I can. And as you know, I'm infamous for getting my nail polish on my pages, so I'm trying not to do that. I kind of want it, I don't want it straight up and down. I want to lean it a little. I think I am going to white these out. So let me get my markers on here. And then what I'll do is I'll just go ahead, quickly put this down, and then I'll come back over here. That's what we'll do. That'll work. So this one I can start. And it's not necessary to do this. I just kind of want a little bit of a cleaner look. The only thing I cannot cover is behind the ears. And that peeks out. I have a plan though. You know what? I may do something with that. All right, so I'm going to do that because I am going to need to let me make sure there's nothing on there. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of these cleared out just as best as I can. I'm not going to do like the whole line. It's not going to be necessary. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And then hopefully I'll get it placed in the exact same area. Now over here, I think I have to do something slightly different just because it's a wider area. So let's see, over here is this one. And we'll get a little on these lines. I think I got them all. Looks like it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that dry, and then I think I'm going to bring over possibly the tape to get these gray boxes covered. So let me set this bunny aside. I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to go over to here. Okay, so we're going to lay these bunnies out down here, and I'm going to start with the pink. So I'm going to give it a bit of adhesive. Getting the ears is important because I don't want those to pick up on me. And all I'm going to do is kind of put them over here. So on some of them, you can see a slight border. Did I get any on here? I'm going to cut this ear off now only because I don't want it to stick to the desktop. There is a bit of adhesive. Okay. There is just a slight bit of blue, but I couldn't do a whole lot about that. Well, technically I could have, but I didn't. Just because it could become more of a project than I was hoping. I'm just glad to be able to get this put together. I mean, I am not lying when I say this craft room was a shambles. I think I took one of the tables from this side of the room, and I think it worked its way around the entire room. So that was pleasant to have to try and figure out how to get that from one end to the other end and then back to where it was to begin with. Get my ears over here. Let me get the bottom just a smidge, and I got it on the desktop. Luckily, it just kind of balls up and you can pull it out. But if I couldn't, then I'd have a whole other issue on my hands. So I'm just going to tuck some of this glue back behind the ear again. Okay. So what I want to do is I kind of want to bounce them around. So let's see, this one's this way. We'll put this one this way. And then we'll do, let's see, the purple. And so let's see, what else have I been up to? I mean, again, I started the crafting project. I will pop a picture, just a small picture in this video of the project I was working on. Project didn't go anything like I had planned or thought it would. It was starting to come out not how I wanted it, and it was very frustrating. I had to work around my office to get tools, and it was just so amazingly frustrating. I did stop it. I did not continue with it because, as you know, if you're struggling with a project, sometimes walking away and coming back to it really does help. So I'm going to make sure I got the bottom here good enough. So that's what I decided to do, but then I kept stewing about it, and then I just decided I need to do something with my office so that I can, you know, because again, I only have the one desk. So I have, you know, projects, filming, planning, all on this one space, and it just was not working out. Plus, I still had the issue of getting my Cricut heat press, my auto press, in the room. It needs a sturdy table. I had a table, but it was in another room, you know, so everything became a chore. I did get that in my office actually weeks ago, but it kind of wasn't in an area that made sense for me. So, you know, if you have a craft space, you know what I'm talking about. Like, in order for it to be functional and have it work the way you need it, and we evolve with our planning, with our crafting, and so our spaces need to evolve with us. So that's kind of where I was at. I had been there for a while, but it was such a daunting task to me to think of moving the furniture, doing this, doing that. In the end, I think I'm on a path. It may not be exactly how I would like it, but it will serve my function. So I'm still cleaning up from that. And I thought for sure I was going to get either a video on Saturday or on Sunday, which, as you know, now it didn't work out. And so I just, I kind of just threw my hands up on Monday and I said, you know what? I got to change this. So that's what I did. So this little guy, I am going to bounce him a little higher. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Now these should be dry. Let me pull over my whiteout tape and let me get, where's my bunny? Let's measure about, give or take. I still need to do this one, I think. And then, okay, I think I have a path here. So let me, before I go too far, let me get this one. Since this has to dry and I want to get this bunny on here. There we go. Okay, that'll dry. And I am going to just grab some of this and white it out. Okay, that should be enough to cover me. And let's see, while that's still drying, I'm gonna go ahead and tacky up this bunny so that I can make sure that I get it put down well enough and that I'm not, when I'm trying to flip the page, I'm not grabbing the bunny. Now the nice thing is you can always go back and add more if you need it. You just flip the page up and, or the bunny, I can flip it up, put this on. You can also use a glue stick. I am just getting enough on here to hold the bunny down, and so that I can write on it. So let's see if I put it, this is the edge that's going to be to the edge of the planner. So I'm going to make sure I have sticky along all the edges, because this is where I don't want it picking up on me. Okay, I think I have it all. One more up here. There we go. I like to make sure things are stuck down, as you can see. Okay, and then I'm gonna also put this kind of crooked. So let's go ahead and get this bunny on. So let's see. I may have to bring in my, I'm gonna have to bring it in and clear out some more. That's okay though. So I had a number of ideas for this week, and I just decided to use this one because I felt like it just worked better with the whole Easter vibe with Peeps. Now, do you love Peeps? I do not like Peeps. They're too sugary for me. I've never been a big sugar person to begin with, unless of course now it's coffee, but that's an adult thing, right? That's adulting. That's almost like adulting 101. You know, you have to have coffee. That's just the way it goes. I'm going to go ahead and clear this off. Okay. So cute, isn't he? All right. So let me clear a few more of these lines up. And, oh, I totally forgot about these. And then those can dry on their own. I don't have to wait for them. Let's come over here and get this side. I don't know how I missed so many of them. I thought I marked them all, but that's okay. There we go. Yeah, and you know, so normally Easter falls, I think mostly in April. But for whatever reason, we have snow. This is just how it goes around here. So we have snow coming down now. Not a fun thing. But hey, it is what it is, right? Okay, so let me pull this out. Now, my initial plan was... Oh, I didn't even realize I had this box. Okay. I probably want something more, you know, to the color theme. So I'll probably try and cover as much as I can, only because now I don't want the gray. I would prefer the purple, but it is what it is now because it's down. But let me find my pages. And so I had this lavender box. I'm going to grab these things out as I see them. And what I'm going to do, in the back of my Live Love Posh book, I had saved a sticker sheet that I had used all of it. So I'm going to pull that out. And I'm just going to pop onto here all of the stickers that I was thinking of using. Just to hold them so that I can flip through the book and get to the page that I need to do next. I'm looking forward to, I always look forward to Easter dinner. Of course, our family's gotten smaller over the years, but that doesn't change that I love to get together with family, enjoy some lovely dinner, and of course desserts too. And let's see. Okay, so that's not really a color we have. Okay. I'm going to leave that box there. I'm not going to take it with me. And let's see. There was, I thought, one more box. Nope. Although this says Happy Easter, but I'm using my Peeps. Nope, this wasn't it. there was one more. I am going to use these. All right, so let me go to that. So I'm going to use these as well as these letters. So let me flip this over. Now, before I start laying boxes down, I am going to get what I want to do is I want to do Happy Easter. But what I may do is I may do it up here now because I didn't take into account the ears. So I think that's what I'll do. I feel like there's dust everywhere. I'm sure there is because that's what I was working on. Messing up my office so that I can clean it. Okay, so let's grab this one. I'm going to try and do Happy on one side, Easter on the other. Now, when I do Happy, I am missing a letter P, but I'm going to use the bluish green one. It won't be an exact match, but it'll work. So I'm just going to lightly put it down. Since I'm using all these colors, and I'm trying to use the colors that are in the Peeps, it should work out okay. Let's see. So let's see, this one will try H-A-P-P-Y. So let's spread this out just a smidge more. Let me see if I can get this letter out. Oops, clunk. And I don't want them to be like in a row. I kind of want it just organic. I'm gonna grab, I think this one. This one, I mean, it's kind of dark. There is no green in here, but these are the only ones I have to work with. So, oops. Which one goes better here? Let's go with the green, I guess. I'll filter in some green just so I can, oops. Just so that it'll kind of work a little bit better. H-A-P. P. Let's do pink. Y. I could still spread this out even more. Let's see about getting these up. I'm just trying to keep it as spread out as I can. If I move this over anymore, it's going to have to go over the line, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to move this back. Happy. All right. Oop. My X-Acto knife kind of ran away. Come over to this side. I think this is still too close to the line. Let me put this back a little. Okay. Not putting it down just because I want to make sure everything is where I want it before I go ahead and do that. So let's grab an E. E-A-S-T-E-R. So let's do E. The A's are really difficult to get off here. I don't know why. E-A. S. Let's do a yellow T. Oops. E. We'll do a full pink. And let's do a purple R. Just because I love purple. Okay. Let me see. That looks good. I think I'm going to go ahead and put them down. Just kind of get them on the paper permanently. Okay. Now let me go back to the page, this page here, and yes. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is grab some florals, because what is a spread without florals, right? I think what I want to do, and I thought there were, oh, here we go. Perfect. I wanted to use one of these in here. So let's do it like this. Cute, right? Look at his little ears. Okay. And then I'm going to grab this one. I think is a big one, right? Yes. So before I start laying down the other florals, I need to look at this box. That one's not going to fit. There were, I don't remember if there was any more. Let me look and see if there's any more boxes in here. My book's all a mess. That I was going to grab, because if there is, I need to grab them now. No. Let's see. Cute bunnies everywhere, but I'm not looking for bunnies at the moment. Sunshine. These could work, but the bunny has this light blue color, which isn't exactly the color on here. Same thing here. Quotes. Okay, so I'm not seeing what I wanted. So let me pull over, because these I'm going to put into here. Let me pull over this. I had marked a page. Let me see what was in here. Oh, these were more florals. All right, so I'm going to go to the Live Love Posh Chic Spring book, and I'm going to see if I can find a box that fits that, but also has the color that I need. Happy Planner, I am sure, has something in the Rainbow Colors or Rainbow Boxes book, but I thought I'd try and use this. This is a cute pink. Let's give this one a try. This should fit, right? Yes, it will. Perfect. Okay, but I do want to white out as much as I can, because the gray coming through is only going to make the white part of the box darker. I don't want to do that. So let me go ahead and get this covered as best as I can. I think this is the most I've really decorated this past like 2 months, decorated this planner. So I may need to do a few little decorations. Now comes the challenge of getting it on straight, which as you know can be a challenge. It's gonna have to be straight now. Okay, so now I can do my flowers. I am going to grab this pink flower, and I was going to put it here. I don't think I like those words shining through, so let me go ahead and white this out with my gel pen. Let me find a scrap piece of paper, because I know when I go off the side of the page. Okay. So I am going to let this dry. And I know what I'm doing with it. And then I'm going to keep going with, I'm going to grab some of these hearts. Yep. Okay. Let me stick with what I got first. So I have 2 pages. Let me put this aside so I'm not distracted by it. And I'm going to use these little flowers down here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is it. Bummer. These are cute. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. Oh, they're together. So technically, I only have oops, is that where I want it? Not exactly. Okay. That's gonna go up in the box, I think. And let's see, let's get this one down. I love how this is looking. I do have this one green. I think I'm gonna try and do something about that. First, I need to get some things down first. Let me cut this sticker edge off. All right. And then, although pink on pink, right? I don't know that that's gonna work. So why don't I do this? I need to move these now. Now that I look at it, that's not gonna work like I thought it was going to. So that being said, okay, so I'm gonna do 2 here. And then I'm gonna do this last pink one because I think it's the same size. Then it's pink, blue, pink. Okay, let me get this one off and replace where this one was sitting. Because I think I'm gonna change what I put over here. Okay, there we go. Now, I think I'm in frame. There we go. There are so many cute stickers in here. I have some bunnies, but I do want to pick up, so remember the bunny has the bow, the floral bow, let's call it. That's what I wanted to add over here because I kind of want to get that balance in. So let's see, we went this way. Let's try and do the same. As close to the edge as I can get. And I'm going to just trim this so I don't keep getting stuck. All right. There. How cute is that? It does set me, like, I know there's a flower. That's kind of bugging me. I realize I don't have a choice in the matter because, you know, it is what it is. But, was it this book I saw it? Okay. So let me grab, because basically what I have to do, or what I want to do, is get, since green is here, I want to get green over here somewhere. So what if I just took this tiny little leaf and let's put it up in the corner. Let's see what it looks like. I wonder if there's one small little one that matches it. Let's see. There's this little one, so let's grab that. We'll kind of throw some green in here to balance it out. Is this green? Yes. Faint green, but it's green. Because this is too big, this is too big. Okay, and this has some colored pastel boxes in it that I could possibly use. Let me get this sticker sheet fixed. Okay. Let's get this out of the way now. And let's get back to this page. So I have now this leaf that I need to get on here. Let's see, how can I do this? This is how it'll have to be. I'm gonna trim this off and I'm gonna get this finished up. I know, again, I keep watch on the time. You know, another thing I do, so this is like one of my guilty little things. You know, I do the spread, I'm doing this with you, and then as I'm editing the video, you know, thinking, oh, I could do this, or oh, I could do that, and then I'm basically working on the page more in the background, which I try not to do, but it just happens. So, yeah, it is what it is. So this one here, I'm going to put at the top. Okay. And this one I want to get over here on Friday. And I think, yeah, I'll keep it to the edge. Okay, had to go off camera there a little bit and fix this. Was struggling to get that on there. Okay. Let me pull back over this and see what we've got. I'm gonna use my little garland as a placeholder. Okay, so I've got a box. I'm just scanning quickly to make sure I have everything I need. I don't need the Easter. I think I want to put these in there. I love this. Today has been canceled. Let's see. And then let me get some decoration or some other elements on here, and then I got to finish up for you. So this one is going to go here. And okay. Ooh, sorry about that. So let's see, did I go to the end here? Yes. All right, I'm gonna quick flip this. I'll cut this part out. Okay, so what I did off camera was I pulled out the rest of the stickers I wanted from the spring sticker book. I also pulled in a Sharpie. I'm gonna do something with that. Some highlighters that matched my Peeps colors. I'm going to get these on and finish this up, and then I'm going to show you what I was talking about with the page. So let's see. I am going to use pink over here. Now the challenge with these is sometimes lining up the dots to a line. That's not working out. This looks better. There's just something about it. For some reason, they just don't always line up. I don't know why. This I'm going to put down here. Again, you may hear another plane. And then this says Bloom with Grace. Now, I think because of where I have all of like my times, I want to keep the times in there. I have been very good about using them, so I kind of want to leave them there. So I am going to put this here. I always love this sticker, and for the longest time I would always forget to use it. Okay, so for this, I'll speed this part up. I'm going to use this to color in the numbers for the day. Okay, so there, oops, might want to turn this one around too. Okay, so I just wanted to add a bit of green back into the page. And I've said it before, if you use a permanent marker with the clear stickers, once it dries, it's good to go. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead with, that's probably too dark. I actually may use green. I may pull in green, but for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my marker, so these are the Mildliner highlighters, and it's dual-ended, a broad brush and a fine point. I'm going to use the fine point, and I'm just going to kind of do a few dots here and there. So it kind of almost matches the disc edge. All right, just to kind of give it a little bit of extra. Oh, you know what? I forgot my little hearts. I'll put those on when I'm finished. So let's do blue. And it's just random. I'm just kind of popping them wherever. Hopefully not doing my desktop. All right, there's blue, and we'll do this. It's not quite pink, but the pink that comes with the Mildliners is a little darker. Let me see. Let me see if this is not the right color. You know what? That may not be the right color. Let me stick with my pink. Okay. So just do a few. This is neon. That's why it's not, an exact match, but it's what I got. I'm going to use it. Pink, and then now yellow. So if you use the Mildliners, you know that the yellow doesn't come out very well. Let's see, where can I do it? Well, it's not too bad, I guess. You usually can't notice it much, but I'll use it, I think, in this case, just because it's easier to use the marker dot than a highlighter itself. I brought out that just in case, but I think I'll go with this one. Okay, I'll stop. Sometimes I get dot happy. Okay, so I have my hearts. Let me get those on there. So let's see, I got 2 pink and a yellow. So I think for those, I'm just gonna kind of do up here. Pink. If I can get them off. Let me do this. Struggling with these. Okay. So I just have to separate them now. Okay. There's pink. We'll do yellow. And then pink. Just to kind of put them around there. Now, I do need to highlight, and I don't want to use yellow. Pink is neon. And the blue seems dark. I think I need to hold on that because I don't, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these 2 boxes, and then I'm going to highlight the times going down both of those sides. But because I can't find the exact one I'm looking for, I'm not going to do it. Now, there is one last thing I want to do. And I'm looking for the sticker that I would prefer. I know I've went through the spring book already, so I'm going to kind of look over here. I think I'm going to grab... Oh, there's a smaller one, right? Is it the same? No, it's not the same. All right, I'll take this big one. All right, what I wanted to do... So that is it for stickers. Now, hopefully, I won't play with this after I stop the video because I do have a tendency to do that. So what I want to do is just get this over here. Okay. So I think that I only had one down here to cut off. There we go. All right, look how cute this looks. I love how it turned out. It turned out better than I thought or had planned to do. So I used note paper, Easter Peep note paper, bunnies, and highlighters and stickers. And look, beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so I thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification. Thank you for watching.